Ming Che Beats.
Holler at me.
Yo, welcome back to another Mr. Lane app build video. This one is going to be if you decided to choose to build this app, the Pasta Rice Timer, from the ground up, including the design of the app. This is the video for you. If this was not what you wanted to do and you just kind of wanted to start in the middle of it after the app was already built and you just wanted to focus on the coding piece, then I suggest you go to the next video. Okay, but this is for if you want to build this straight from scratch and put everything into stack views and kind of align everything. This would be a good video for you to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the Pasta Rice Timer. So first thing we're going to do, we're just going to give it background color. Now this at this point can be anything that you want to do because you're obviously going to have to make adjustments to make it look the way you want to. So I'm just going to choose just whatever color background for now. You can, like I said, choose whatever you want. More focus on the mechanics of what we're doing than the design. You can kind of make your own design choices as you kind of go through this. You know, pause the video, do what you got to do. Okay. So we're going to add 3 views. Okay. Now I've shown you different ways to do it. We're going to do it from this way. Best way to find it is type in UI view. Notice that it says UI view right here. So it's just easier to find. And we're going to add 3 in. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And we're just going to make them nice and big. Fill the screen, but don't go over. That is important, not to go past the phone screen. Okay, and we're going to select each one. So hold Command. You can either do it from here, you can do it from here. Command, Command, Command. So I'm holding it down as I click all 3 of those. So we have 3 of them here, and we are going to embed them into a stack view. Okay, now we're going to make sure we go over here and make sure that you're on the, let me just hold this up, the attributes inspector. We're going to fill equally. Okay. And we are going to reduce the spacing to 1 just to see the line inside, okay? And now what we're going to do is we are going to align that. So we're going to just, as we're grabbing and holding on to the stack view here, we're going to come down here and we are just going to constrain proportions. So we're going to go to 0. Now, if you're ever curious to look at this, and you see this in here, you want to go to the safe area, okay? So the safe area is where we're going to the 0, 0. Here, same thing, safe area, but we're going to 0. And then make sure all 4 red lines are connected, add 4 constraints, and notice how it stretches it out, okay? And then, so we can all see that that holds true to when we turn the phone. It's going to make sure that it fits like that. And notice the safe area for the buttons down here also work. So we're good to go here. Okay. All right. So we got the first section done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a label and a couple buttons. So we're going to add a label up here, and we're going to add 2 buttons down here. And remember, when we assign and constrain and do everything and deal with proportions and everything, it's now limited to the box that it's inside of, okay? So this one, we're just going to automatically go here. We're going to center it, 0, 0. It's going to snap to the middle, okay? And then we are going to then go ahead and set up the width and the height. So the width is about 415. We'll go the height. We'll start at 150, and then you can change it depending on how it looks to you. So we're gonna set this up. I believe that kind of gets the whole label across. Gives it a decent amount of space in the middle for your message, for your timer message. You know, depending on how you want it to look, do you want it to be in the center for the text or on the left, you know, kind of however you want it to look. You don't have to mess really with the colors right now because it all depends on your background. I'm just going to leave it black for right now. And we're going to come down to the button. So the first thing we're going to do with the button is we are going to give it its emoji. We'll do, I guess we'll just do the pasta one first. And then we'll come down here. Obviously, if it says custom, change it back to system. Give it a size. I've been going about 70. Done. Oh, got rid of my picture. Make sure you hit enter to get that button. Now, to get the title, we're going to go to subtitle. We'll just type in pasta. Hit enter. Now it gives us the font type for this, so we can hit system. Now, if you want your own custom font type, you go back to custom, and then you can get the font family. I'm going to do marker felt. I'm going to give it a point size 30. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. And like I said, you change to what you want it to look like. Foreground will be the foreground of your button text. So I'll just change it to brown for now. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other one. So we're going to emoji editor. So control command spacebar. I should have probably said that in the last time. We're going to get the pasta button. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to make sure we go back to system. And then we're going to give it a point size of 70. Come down here. Give it the rice. And then change it from custom to system back to custom. Give it our marker felt. Give it our 30. Done. And then I'm going to change the color to brown. Okay. I'm going to line them up. Doesn't really matter at this point. But I'm going to hold command down. Okay. I'm going to click off of it. Hold command. Whoops. Hold command. Click on the other buttons. We got 2 of them. And we are going to embed those in a stack view. And then we're going to center them. Bam. Okay. Now, if you like the spacing where it's at, that's fine. If you want to bring them a little bit further out, make them more in the center, that's fine. I did not align my text for the rice, so there we go. And now it is beautiful, okay? Final thing that we need to do, and let's just test it to make sure we turn it, and it looks so beautiful. Turn it back, and the final thing that we want to make sure that we do is that we click on each view and we get rid of the default, or get rid of the system background and change it all to default so we can see right through it. And once again, we don't even want to know those boxes are there. Turn the phone. Boom! All right, so that's what it's going to look like. You can add and change whatever colors that you'd want to. I think I would go on this background. I'd probably choose a more of a white color to kind of come back through. And I'll probably do the same thing for the font. Okay, and there you go. So let us open up our editor. Let's go to the view controller. Let's get the phone over here. I'm going to have this open where I can see the buttons. Okay. So we're going to create 2 constants here. Rice equal 15. We'll let pasta equal 9. Those are our minutes. Now we're going to connect the 2 buttons. So we're going to connect button 1. Remember, hold down control. We're going to call this button pressed. We are going to change the type from any to UI button. Going to connect. Okay. We are now going to connect by clicking from the circle here and connecting to the other button. So now we have both buttons connected. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to ascertain which button is being pressed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create let food type. So depending on the food that gets selected, and we are going to go sender, because if you notice that the sender here is the UI button, so that's the sender, and we're going to go dot, and we're going to go title label. All right. Dot text. Okay, now that will pull the title label dot text. Now we have a value for optional, so value of optional type UI label question mark must be unwrapped to refer to the member text. So chain the optional using this to access member text only, and then force unwrap it. Well, in this case, I believe either one will work. We're going to go with the optional here. And all we really have to do when we want to print is we just force it open. So print, and then we can print food type, and then we put the exclamation point after. Since this is the optional, we have to force it open. So we're going to do it like this when we want to print it. And the idea then is that it should print out depending on what we're doing here. So let's just test it to make sure. We don't want to go too much further along without knowing that we can get the printed icon to show up. It wouldn't be worth moving on. So let me exit full screen here. Okay, let's get the phone. So let it load up for a second, and then when we press the button, it should show up the icon down in the print down there. Okay, so rice, pasta, perfect. All right, so that works. We're just gonna leave it open. I'm gonna go back to full screen, and what we're gonna do now is we just now want the timer to start based on the food type comes up. So that'll be a quick if statement. So we'll do if food type equals, and then we're going to put the string of and pick whatever one you want to use. We'll do pasta. Okay, brackets, brackets, and then we are going to print, just for now. We'll set up the whole thing here in a second. And we will do rice minutes. And then come down here, else, and then we'll print the other one. And whoops, man, I'm having trouble typing right now, folks. Pasta, and then minutes. Okay, then we should reload it in there and replace. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. What a mistake Mr. Lane made. Okay, that should fix that. And replace. We'll get out of the full screen. We'll let it pop up. And it should give us the time and the icon. Boom, you're ready to go. Ready to start this. Move on to the next video to get going on this wonderful app build.